I recently discovered a secret that changed my world. One of my favorite hair products was possibly harming my health. I'm trying to find out what's wrong with this batch because maybe I just got a bad batch. I don't know what's going on. Shit is not, even with it being open right now, my eyes are starting to water, bro. I just gotta close it. I'm definitely about to look into these ingredients because I don't know. After nearly 8 years of consistent use, I decided to share this information. Okay, I know the title is a bit extreme, but let me explain. Sharing my concern became a worldwide game of telephone. Before I knew it, people on the internet were talking about death. I don't know what's going on with these comments, but Now I can't predict the future. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I just, woke up with 40 inches of hair and $60 million to my name that people gave me for no reason. Life is great. But after dumping out nearly $30 worth of hair gel and some humid weather, I started asking the same thing you did. What now? This process will not happen overnight and will be a roller coaster of experiments. Step 1, the purge. I felt this intense need to round up all my leave-in and styling products because these would be the products that spent the most time in my hair. They had some explaining to do. I had to make a list of ingredients that I was avoiding completely. I separated it by absolute no-no, meaning I can't use it, use sometimes, and the green light, meaning this is perfectly okay to use. Some products were easier to get rid of than others. Step 2, taking action. I started gathering materials from my DIY hair experiments, a lot of which I found on Amazon. I looked at common ingredients in all of the products that I really did love, and I went to the organic food markets too. Step 3, the science lab. I used my old flaxseed and chia seed gel recipes but decided to revamp them. I looked into YouTube and at books on natural hair, and I finally started coming up with recipe ideas. This is not a tutorial, but this is more so me showing you guys a little bit of a journal of my experiments. Flax seeds, once in water, produce a gelatinous liquid, almost like a mucus. So do marshmallow root and slippery elm, which is used in a lot of hair products today to add slip and to make them really have hold and that gelatinous texture. I also use xanthan gum, and it adds a little bit of extra hold and thickness. I use some amazing oils such as hemp oil, castor oil, etc., shea butter, and I even found this aloe leaf powder on Amazon, and it's all natural. The recipes will be below. First, I boil 1/3 cup of flax seeds and 2 cups of distilled water. Then I add 2 tablespoons of marshmallow root powder. You can get it as a whole leaf form similar to a tea, but this is just what I found. And the best part about these is you can actually take them as a supplement after you make this gel. 2 tablespoons of slippery elm and 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum and 1 tablespoon of aloe vera powder. And then I added a teaspoon of raw honey just to add a little shine. Honey is a natural humectant and it adds a bit of hold and moisture. For about 10 to 15 minutes, I let that boil. Once thick and goopy, I strain the mixture into a bowl. Ew, right? I know it looks super goopy and yucky and disgusting, and it's like, why doesn't this look like normal flaxseed gel? And that's because we added like 4 different gelatinous ingredients. So this is going to give us a much thicker gel, and it's not actually going to go through a strainer. So I'm actually using a wig cap. You can use tights that you haven't worn. This is fresh out of the package. I have not used it. And I'm just going to strain out this extra goop, basically. Well, this is getting X-rated. Just kidding, guys. And also, if you ever wondered why your gels are these bright, pretty colors, it's often because of artificial coloring. This is what organic gel from tree sap and flax seeds looks like. It is not a pretty sight, but guess what, guys? It smells like maple syrup because of the slippery elm. Literally, it looks like it would smell terrible. It smells literally like pancakes. I don't even know how to describe it to you guys, but it's such a good smell, and this was oddly satisfying even though it looks so gross to watch. I melted a teaspoon of shea butter. To make my own DIY double boiler, I just used a pot and a heat safe cup, and I put the shea butter in the heat safe cup and a little bit of water to boil in the pot, and that heat quickly melts the shea butter without using microwaves or anything that can potentially ruin the beautiful makeup of this wonderful shea butter. And this is how it looks all melted. Be careful transporting the cup because it will be really hot. And I add it into the mix along with hemp seed oil, castor oil, and a bit of glycerin. My hair loves glycerin. Fragrance in some of our favorite products can be up to 3,000 different chemicals. So for this hair treatment, I'm just adding a few drops of a lavender essential oil. Lavender essential oil has so many benefits, and just to state a few of them, of course there are many more. It is known to relieve stress and anxiety, and it can help in treating migraines, headaches, depression, and nervous tension and emotional stress through just the aromatherapy of lavender. It can be a natural pain reliever for sore muscles. It can be very helpful for respiratory disorders. For hair care, it has been shown to aid patients with alopecia as it helps stimulate not only blood flow but the hair follicles, and in some laboratory tests it has been shown to prevent the occurrence of breast cancer in mice. So they believe now that lavender may also have some anti-carcinogenic effects on the presence of cancer. Other benefits might even include the treatment of eczema, and it's also known to boost immunity. You can of course use a normal whisk or spoon to mix the mixture up, but because I wanted to make sure my oils, my shea butter, and all of these beautiful ingredients were blended to perfection, I am using a mixer from Target, and this one was only $15, guys, and it's fantastic. I found these cute BPA-free plastic pump bottles from Amazon, and these are recyclable, so I'm going to be using these today. And once cool enough, I funnel the mixture into a container, and this is what the mixture looks like. I'm not adding preservatives to this batch. Any gel I have left over, immediately after styling my hair, I will freeze. A good tip is to put the gel in an ice cube tray so that you can just put the cubes in a plastic bag in your freezer and melt them back down when you have your next wash day or when you need one. For the gel, on average, if you're not going to freeze it and you want to save it, it's going to last about 10 days unless you decide to add a preservative. I've been doing a lot of research on preservatives, but I still don't want to recommend one just yet because I'm still looking into which one is the least damaging, which one can be the healthiest, and it also depends on the dosage you use. But I'll get back to you guys on that. So here's a quick cheat sheet for what we just learned. Number 1, regular flaxseed gel can just be castor oil and flaxseed gel, but this gel mixture is intended to be a leave-in conditioner and a gel combined. Number 2, natural products with fresh ingredients need to be in the fridge. Moisture from the water plus the heat of room temperature can enforce bacteria to grow, so the fridge slows that process down a bit because we definitely don't want any stinky gel. This batch is good for one wash and go braid out or twist out and lasts about 10 days in the fridge, but use ASAP. 4, if you're against preservatives, freeze this batch in bulk and pop 4 to 5 cubes in a pot whenever you're ready to defrost them. If you wish to have the batch long term, you can invest in a broad spectrum preservative which will last you about 6 months. And finally, number 6, this recipe is still under construction. I will continue to tweak it as I learn more until it's the best. If you're on your smartphone or computer, feel free to screenshot this cheat sheet so you can use it later. Step 4, resources. I encourage all of you to do further research on your products. Don't just take my word for it. I mean, hey, it's not like I graduated with a 4.25 from a magnet science program and received a full tuition scholarship to a major state college for scientific research breakthroughs that helped many people. But according to some people who just started watching my channel, I'm just some chick on the internet. So what do I know? According to the government, experts, and specialists, the amount of hair, poop, and other terrible things left in your products is really up to the amount of hair, the length of the hair, and the type of filth that is found and where it came from. So for instance, bug particles, rodent droppings and rodent hair as well, mold, maggots, insect feces, cigarette butts, and other mysterious matter, and parasite. Now, what do all of these beautiful things have in common? They can all actually legally stay in your food and other items. In 2017, the United States also charged $412 in $1.3 billion in healthcare fraud. But who can be worse than healthcare fraud and maggots and cigarettes and rodent droppings? Of course, a chick on the internet. Of course, you guys know this is sarcasm, right? But anyway, this chick on the internet has some amazing resources for you to get involved in your own research. There are apps like Think Dirty, Shop Clean, And many of you guys told me about this app and I have been loving it. You can go on there and this app shows you a rating scale in which products' ingredients are rated. The overall rating for the product is only as high as the most dangerous ingredient, frankly. So 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. I showed you guys EcoStyle in my video, so of course I had to go look at it, and it's actually rated an 8 out of 10 on the safety scale. This app allows you to add things to your bathroom shelf, so I'm going to show you a few of the products that had really good ratings as far as toxicity goes. The Aloe brand that I showed you guys from Whole Foods, all of their products pretty much were A1 on this app. And surprisingly, a brand that we all kind of denounced, Shea Moisture, actually had some of the best ingredients out of any brand that I researched during this time. For gel, Kinky Curling Custard actually has some of the most natural ingredients I found for gel. Also, look at this Jamaican black castor oil leave-in from Shea Moisture, like, bruh. And then I also found this random gel. It's called Beautiful Curls Curl Defining Gel. And then I also found some more Shea Moisture stuff to just show you guys that, like, they're bomb. Next, I have 2 quick websites that are really good for referencing specific ingredients, and that is the EWG Skincare Database for cosmetology and etc., and CosDNA, which I mentioned in a previous makeup video. For those of you that love DIY but don't feel like going to the store, there's this cool black-owned website / business called CurlMix, and they send you all the ingredients prepackaged, the instructions, the labels, and everything you need to create your own product. Best of all, they give you preservative with your choice of product so that it will last. Y'all, I have worked all week on this custard formula. I'm going to see if it will. I'm going to see if it'll work on my twist out tomorrow, but I'm just shook that I have no flyaways. If anything, this is what I needed. I know some people think that this video might make me the natural product queen or that now everything I do must be organic, but that's simply not the truth. I want to normalize being human and having a journey, and if that means cutting out one product at a time, then that's what I'm going to do. So I guess for now it's out with the old and in with the new. I'm Dr. Seuss, y'all. Alright, peace out and gang gang.